Good morning to you. I've got my morning. I took the bread out of the bowl and I folded it and made this shape. I didn't mess with it too much to retain the bubbles, the air that is, and I can see that I've done it quite well. So I just want to get the shape. Some flour on my hands. Get the shape. This bread is this dough is a little bit moist. So it's going to fall flat. I don't know what to use. I could use this one or this one. I think the size-wise it won't. This one's a little bit too big. I don't want to cut that loaf because it's because of the air that's trapped inside there. I don't want to release the air. It's bubbling all over the place. It's really nice. A big bubble there. So, which is unfortunate. I don't know what I can do. Oh well, that's life. I'll put my baking. I didn't put the raisins and the sunflower seeds like I said I was going to do. Forgot about that. But anyway, it'll just be a loaf of bread, sourdough. So I need this stuff. This is baking. Thanks, Michelle, for sending this. Now, this bread is going to expand into this because it's it's very moist, this dough. Okay, it's quite big actually. You can see the bubbles. You see the bubbles there. That's a good sign. That's a very good sign. Okay, this is going to rise. I can see but there's bubbles all over it, and it's rising well. So, sprinkle with flour. And my favorite part is the cutting of the bread, of the dough. I love this part. And when you cut it, it'll bake and it'll split open. But you need a sharp knife. And I don't use an ordinary. I use a craft knife. I use a craft knife because it's so sharp. And I'll cut it diagonally, I think. I'll cut it across. It doesn't really matter because it's round, so it won't make it diagonal. It doesn't make much difference. So I'll cut it straight as I can, I suppose. The flour's going up my nose. Okay. Or should I make two cuts? Traditionally it's one. I make it a diagonal because it's an oval, so I can do it. So slash. I'm gonna make another cut. Oh, it's like cutting flesh. I'm like cutting meat. Alright. There it is. Voila. So, that's still rising. So I should just let that sit there for a while. Like an hour. And then I'll pop it in the oven and Bob's your uncle. I'll put it in the oven at 220 degrees. I say degree, I don't say Fahrenheit or centigrade because I don't know what this is on my, it just says numbers. Or does it? No, it is in fact centigrade. So I'll put it at 220 degrees for 45 minutes. I've heard somebody say that they put a bowl of water, like Mr. Robin told me, put a bowl of water in there and it makes a nice crust. And I've never tried that. The little thing I want to say about this particular dough I've made today, it is a bit moist. It is a bit moist. So it's falling flat. So I imagine when this is baked, it'll fill the whole pan. It'll be a square loaf of bread. It will rise. It will rise. I can see it's going to rise. The more patient I am with it, the better it will be. Okay, let's let it rest. Speak to you in 2 hours.